You know, like when you're on a high street, this is how someone started screaming on this end, and the whole road was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't like speaking on behalf of others, so I'm gonna speak on my behalf and on behalf of my country women, okay? If you are a Malawian woman and you don't have an African wrapper or a chitenje in your closet, and I think this applies to majority of Africans. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Caroline for Calyciousloves, and in today's video we are continuing our African series. We are still in the month of May, and today I am sharing with you 5 ways to use the African wrapper. In my last video I showed you how to style an African wrapper as a top, how you can fashionably style it up without having to go to the tailors. I'll put the video up here. But in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 other ways this material is used across the continent. I'm going to use mostly examples from Malawi, and I hope that if you're not Malawian, you're from somewhere within Africa, you can relate. So the first thing this material is used for, it is used to be wrapped around women's waist, and it's very common. Like in Malawi, it's very common to see women wrap these materials around their waist, whether they're going to church. When you go to a funeral, pretty much every woman you will see will have a wrapper around their waist. I don't think there's ever a time I've gone to a funeral in Malawi and I've seen a woman that doesn't have a wrapper around them. It just shows, you know, as a sign of respect, you know, you don't want to be a distraction to other people because you're wearing a loose skirt and you don't have a wrap around you. So most people tend to wear this. When I go to Malawi, I tend to have a wrapper in my handbag, whether I have pants on, whether I have a normal dress on, because I just don't want to find myself in a situation where I end up going on the outskirts, like in the village or like in the market, where maybe I have a short skirt or maybe my top is showy and have people screaming at me. So I always take a wrapper. Like if I went to Malawi and I went to town and I went to a market, I will probably not wear this dress because I know there will be someone who will look at me and be like, ha, this girl is showing chest. Just like a little story. When I went to Malawi recently, I went to town. Those people who are Malawians and live in Lilongwe, which is the capital city, you know where Taps is. So this is the shop that will sell like hair extensions and whatnot. So me, my sister and my friend, we were going to town. So my sister wore this short dress, and my sister is quite tall, she's taller than me. The kind of dress that when you bend over is, yeah, that's it. And before we got into the car, I told her, see this dress that you're wearing, don't wear it, it's problem. But what do I know? Me, who is older than her, she was like, it's okay, it is that, haha. I was like, okay, let's go. We went to town, packed up, we're crossing the road. This girl drops her phone. Instead of her saying, oh, help me pick this phone, she now bends over to pick her phone. I did not see what showed when she bent over, but I know what must have shown. And this is how, you know, like when you're on a high street, this is how someone started screaming on this end, and the whole road was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. If you're Malawian, you will relate, and I'm sure if it's happened to someone you know, you will know that what I'm saying, I'm not lying. And then I'm like, oh my god, come on you guys, have you not seen people's legs before? Have you never seen a woman's leg before? But you have to understand that, you know, it's a different environment, you know, culturally here and there is different, society, people are exposed differently. This is how everybody was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I had a pair of like baggy jeans and like an oversized shirt. I didn't have a wrapper, and for some reason that day I didn't have a wrapper, and it kind of felt weird, like even just going back to the car to look for something to cover up. This is how a lady from one of the shops just came. She was like, okay, take my wrapper, just wrap it around your waist. And this is me telling myself, like, I told you. I told you. It's in case of emergency, right? For me, that's what I use it for. Normally here, I use it when I'm doing chores around the house and I just want something around my waist. But most of the times, women who choose to will wear it everywhere as a sign of respect. Even if they're wearing something that's not loose. In Malawi, it's just become the norm that older women will wear that. Even when my mom is going to church and she's got her normal church outfit on, she always have a wrapper. So I guess that's one use we can say that the wrapper. Let me just show you how we wrap it around our waist. You guys, this is your friend, especially when you're in Malawi. An African wrapper is your friend. So it's a bit dark because of my face is out of frame. But so normally what you would do is, there's a bit of a skill in this because if you don't do it properly, it's gonna keep coming off. So you usually have it like that, put it around your waist, tuck this side in, and then tuck this side in. But once it gets here, you fold it and then tuck it in. And this is it. So this is how you would normally wear it. And this is actually normal. Like, I will confidently go to town in Malawi like this. I don't care. Fashionista, stylista, wear. I choose peace. The second use of a wrapper, you can use it as a headgear. So if you ever wanna, just have your hair covered, you have a bad hair day, you could use it as a head wrap. Most of the times it's used like for religious reasons, or again, most women when they go to a funeral they'll usually cover up their hair. For me, not necessarily. It's not mandatory, but out of respect, people will. And that some churches, women are required to cover their hair. So the simplest tutorial that I could give you for a wrapper or an African chitenge, or an African wrapper or a chitenge. So I fold it twice, right? And then when I fold it twice, I make a triangle out of the material. A triangle, right? And then I put it on my head, right? It looks like a scarf, like a triangle scarf. And then what I'll do, I'll just tie it. And this is the simplest head wrap. Headgear, like I would normally do this, for example, if I'm doing chores and I know there's going to be a lot of dust involved, or if you're going to the maize mill, right, which I haven't done in a long time, because obviously there's a lot of white powder, maize flour flying around. You'd normally see women covered up like this, especially if you go inside the maize mill and you just want to keep your Brazilian hair braids intact. So this is cute and it's very easy to do. I've just tied one knot, but if you want it to stay fixed, you can do 2 knots. Most of us are fortunate to have children who wear diapers, or who have things that are disposable after use. Or for example, being here, this is fortunate. But there's some people in Africa who cannot afford even the most basic needs. And I remember there have been children I've seen that wear the wrapper as a diaper. And as unfortunate as it sounds, it does happen, it's true. So the way you fold it is you fold it into half, like I did with the head wrap, and then you fold it into a triangle. And what normally happens is that, okay, let me tilt this camera so you can see. This is the triangle, right? So you put the baby here facing you, then you first put this there, then there, their leg comes out there, the leg comes out there, and then there. And what they use is they take a safety pin, which obviously is not the greatest, because if it's undone, it might end up piercing the baby. And then yeah, it's a diaper and it's Amazon, yo. Okay, so let's imagine that the baby is here. The baby is here, wants to wear a diaper. This is the west, so you bring this in. Look at this small fit. And then you bring that in, and you bring that in, and you tie a safety pin here. So obviously this looks big, but obviously it's a diaper and the baby is secure. But because it's not waterproof, what they'll normally have is they'll have like swimming shorts, they're plastic, and then they'll wear them over this, so that if they pee, even though the cloth is holding all the pee, it doesn't leak onto other things because of the plastic shorts. So that's the third way you can use it. And the fourth one, which is my favorite, I'm like the newest auntie in town. I've got a niece, and my nephew was born last year. So when I went to Malawi on holiday, I had the chance to carry him around, especially when he wants to sleep. So I'll carry him on my back. There's a picture here. So whenever he's like just all over the place, and I'm like, dude, you need to stay in one place, sleep, I'll carry him around my back. So the first way you can carry a baby, the one that's easier for me anyway, you put them behind your back like this picture. So what you do is, this, if you've never done it before, you would need to ask someone to help you, because you need the baby to be still, or you need to have control of the baby, otherwise the baby's gonna fall, okay? So you put the baby on your back. So normally they would be like that first, right? And then you take the wrapper, put it on the baby, on top of the baby, up to their neck. Make sure that their hands, their legs are covered, because if you leave their hands out, they'll be moving around up and down the place. And the goal usually when you carry them on your back is for them to sleep, so that when they fall into a deep sleep, you can then put them to bed. Or if you're trying to multitask, so usually put their hands in, but if they're not really tired, they'll try to take their hands out. The main goal is that you safely put them on the back. So make sure that their hands are covered up to the neck, and then what you do is you come in, you put the material on this side, and then nip it here. I do it several times until it's really tight, but obviously comfortable for the baby. And then you bring this in, and try to make sure to bring out the legs. Once the legs come out, like that, you bring it in, tuck in one end, this end, and then, so tuck in this end like so, and then bring this one in and tuck it like that. For me, this is the easiest. It doesn't come off because I've been doing it for some time now. But if you're new, you might experiencing it coming off, and obviously if the baby is really heavy, then it might be different. But with my nephew, it was quite easy, and he would usually go to sleep really quickly unless he's just woken up and he just want to be playing around. Then that was quite hard. And then the second one, this I used to do when I was much younger, because I wasn't confident that I could carry the baby like this. And this is the most secure way. So when you put the baby like that, you roll it up, and then you bring this side over your shoulder, and then this one comes under your armpits, and then you carry them like that. See, it's been a while I've done it, that this baby is coming out. Just make sure that the legs are coming out as well. Okay, this door is small. Okay, so what you do is over the shoulder, under the armpit, and then you tie 2 knots, and then it's secure. So you just have to make sure that the cloth is covering the baby. This door is small, so it's kind of hard, but you get the gist. The only thing that I hated about this is that if the baby was quite heavy, or if you're carrying them for a long time, then it would put a strain on my shoulder, and I didn't really like that. But this is the safest way if you're not confident with method number 1. I know that a lot of people say, oh, it's not good to carry the baby behind the back, because they get used to it. And I don't know, I don't have kids, but all I can say is that this does come in handy if you're trying to multitask, or if you're trying to put the baby to sleep without you having to be there. So when you're taking the baby from the back, all you have to do is make sure you somewhere stable, and then just roll it in front so that the baby can come out, and that's it. I didn't have a school bag. Growing up, the first school that I went to was not the best school, and I have learned, I've been in a classroom that's under the tree. And when I see people going through certain things, I'm like, yeah, that's true. Like, I don't take things that I have for granted. So I have learned in a classroom that's under the tree, and writing on the ground instead of writing in a notebook. I did carry my books once on an African wrapper. So what you would normally do is, you see this African wrapper, eh? The way I've carried it like this, horizontal, fold it into 2, fold it into 2, halfways. I don't know, you guys get it. You get the gist. Halfway, and then you take your books. Then you take whatever books you have. Then you wrap, and then you wrap, and then you take and put around your back. And this is how I carried the books to school. Simple. So that's one way you can use your wrapper as a school bag, right? Or you can use it as a bag to carry clothes. The same way I've just shown you. You just tie it and tie your clothes like that. Or maybe as an African bag. Simple. Or you can use it as storage. So let's say, for example, you don't have a suitcase and you've got lots of clothes that you need to put away. All you have to do is put them on the African wrapper. Most of the times it will be like that, no folding. So in this instance, I've just got 2 pillows, because if I take clothes, I'm gonna need to fold and whatnot. So let's imagine these are your clothes, a pile of clothes, one end and the other end. Like a triangle, yeah. You tie 2 knots, and then on the other side 2 knots and 2 knots, and there you have it. So you store your clothes in there, or whatever you fancy storing. This cloth got you. It's just not something you wear around your waist or on your head. It can be used for so many things. It can be used to decorate the house, be used as a tablecloth, used as a door separator. It can be used on the sofa, or you can just hang it on the wall as part of decoration if you absolutely love the print. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you can use one of these tips in your house at some point. If you've got an African wrapper, if you want to be creative, if you want to diversify on how you use it, you know, you want to get the most out of your African wrapper than just wearing it around the house when you're cleaning. I will see you in my next video. Bye!